man getting bit by an alligator scream.
Swallow this.
Welcome back to Reasonably Afraid. Today we're talking about Final Destination from the year 2000, the very first movie to kick off the franchise before the new Bloodlines comes out. And I got my co-host with me as always. We got Rey Reyes.
Yo.
We got Amanda Fritz.
Hello.
And we have our producers in the room making sure that we don't ruin everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's demonetized on the yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about this movie today. And like always, we're jumping in with starting with who made this movie?
Who made this movie?
Who made this movie? The whitest cast of actors I've ever seen.
It is very white.
Yeah, they got it right under the radar. They started production in 99, and in 2000 we went, hey, there's black people.
I was getting super pissed because I was like, everyone in this movie looks like a famous person, but isn't. It's
Yeah.
like celebrity siblings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Devon Sawa kind of looks like
Yeah.
Ryan Phillippe a little bit,
yes,
right?
yeah. There's one guy that looks kind of like Ryan Gosling. There's like
Yeah.
another girl that kind of like everyone is like a celebrity sibling,
Yeah.
or like a Kirkland brand celebrity.
That one guy
Yeah.
looks like Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
Which one?
The only name brand actor in there.
It's crazy because he got to be the biggest actor out of all of them.
Isn't that
but
crazy?
He's, I think on the original Final Destination cover, I don't even think. Yeah, he's not even like prominent because they were like Devon Sawa was going to be the next big thing, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
The next big. Literally, I was watching it and I was like, "Is that no? Is that? Oh no, it's not."
Yeah.
Like they all.
Who's the I fucking always forget this actor's name. I just know him by Stifler.
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
Sean
Yeah.
William Scott.
Okay, so
He's
Sean
the
William
only
Scott.
name brand to come out of that
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah,
He's
he made this movie and American Pie like right around the same time. So
Good for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny
Yeah,
because
you guys said Sean William Scott, and I was just so lost.
You
yeah.
with the three names.
every time
It's
the three white guy names,
Yeah.
you can't do it.
Stephen Murphy Ryan.
John Williams Gacy or whatever. John Williams Gacy. Yeah.
It's supposed to be three first names.
Yeah. What?
Nobody knows a fucking Gacy.
New Line Cinema, my favorite production company.
So before we jump in, of course, this movie is probably I would argue
It's
turning point for modern horror.
Yeah.
From the obsessive neo slasher of the 90s of like
Yeah.
the, like sort of rebirth.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. I feel like it is a slasher without the slasher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenagers getting picked off one by one, but there's just no physical murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It even starts in a cabin.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said this. I'm so glad you said this though, because I totally forgot. I said we're gonna start the way we always do, and I couldn't remember, so I just looked at director and started talking.
Yeah.
That's not what we start with. We always do a brief synopsis of the movie in case
There
you
you
haven't
go.
seen it in a while. If you don't know this plot, where the fuck have you been?
Watch it.
Yeah.
Go watch it. It's so worth it. It's on HBO Max. It's so great.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's good.
Who wants to take the reins on this one for a brief synopsis?
I could do it. I haven't done one in a while.
Get it.
So, kids are going to France, right? They're going to France. They're going to France on a
Motherfuckers.
school trip. Whole class is going. 2 teachers. They get on the plane. Fucking plane explodes, right?
Bing, bang, bang.
Just ridiculous, like scene where like this giant plane just fucking blows up in the sky. It's scary, but then it turns out it's just a premonition that this one kid has, Alex. He freaks out. Bunch of kids get off the plane because he starts a fight with one of them. One of the teachers gets off. And while the plane is getting ready to take off, it explodes in the air. Premonition coming true. And then after that, Alex gets a weird feeling, and he starts getting more premonitions about people dying. And one by one, everyone who survived eventually dies.
Yeah. That's
So-
true.
That's really it, basically.
That's kind of it. Yeah, that's the premise.
And
yeah.
the-
Which is like the premise of every fucking
Final Destination
from there on out.
And the great thing about this premise is that the murder is death.
Death, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no villain other than death itself.
Yeah.
Now, one thing before...
Just coincidence.
Yeah. It's all in your head, Alex.
Before we, jump into everything, I think it's important to talk about how the very first movie has one thing all the rest don't. It's good. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I mean, that's true.
It's actually, I can watch
I do
it.
like the fifth one, but this first one is just the best one.
Well, one of the things, because the beginning of this is all off the first script, so not everything is going to be, of course, in line with the rest of the movies. Mm-hmm. If you notice, this is the only movie where death actively participates beyond just like setting off what is it called? Almost said a Ruth Bader Ginsburg trap.
Literally, I couldn't think of it earlier, but it's like the machine, the Ruth Goldberg trap. Yeah.
It's kind of like the way that everything functions throughout these movies. But in the first one, the very first kill, the thing that makes the kid slip is the water leaks out.
Yeah.
But after he dies, the water recedes. Like death.
It goes back.
Retracts.
Yeah. Well, and there's always like this like dark shadow of like, ooh, death is in the room. And you're like, okay. But yeah, the what is it called? The Ruth Bader Ginsburg machine or whatever?
Ruth Goldberg.
Ruth Goldberg machine. So elaborate for they're setting up this death for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. That takes like seconds.
Yeah.
It's like the quickest death of all of the Final Destinations.
Yeah. Like the when the teacher dies in her home, it's like the most elaborate like setup. It's
you always expect like sound effects to happen with like boing.
They're doing like the Benny Hill like da 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 like so.
I feel like the guy who came up with the premise just saw like like dominoes falling and he was like,
this
I got it.
He watched a marble like go and like fall onto like a little lever or whatever and was like, this is how we're gonna kill her. Oh yeah.
What if death did it? Yeah.
What if that's a good
point.
What
if that kills you?
But it is kind of crazy that like they drew the line somewhere on that first movie where they were like, oh, okay, like after the first kill they were like, we want it to be more ominous. Like it's better if everybody is confused and doesn't know what's going on, rather than death gaslighting people. Your friend killed himself. Guess that's just the way it is.
That's so fucked up of death to like stage a suicide.
Yeah.
Also, he didn't kill himself. You're like, I don't know. You tell me. You're like, death is a dick.
Maybe you did it. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It is a funny thing because like, why would death even care?
Yeah.
It's like you're not on this plane of existence.
Just being a dick for no reason.
Death is just like, dude, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm not trying to have a court.
I don't want to get caught being invisible death.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Do you know what they do to people like me in prison?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
It is Ruth Goldberg, right? Is that I got it right?
Ruth Goldberg.
Our producers are looking
Can you
it
check
up.
that for me so I don't sound like a fucking moron?
Okay, so like that one death was super elaborate, but the rest, they were all pretty elaborate.
Yeah, they were all pretty elaborate.
Of like, and then Ruth Goldberg machine,
Okay, cool.
They were
Except
all...
for
Train Tracks?
William Michael Scott. Is that his? Yeah.
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott. There it is.
Except for the train scene was like
that was a little less elaborate,
but so tense.
Yeah,
so
it was very tense.
What is it again?
Oh my god.
Trying to get the
Rube Goldberg.
Rude Goldberg machine.
I knew I fucked up something. I was like, it can't be Ruth and Ruth. Okay.
So Rude Goldberg.
The Rube.
Rube. Which is what we all are right now. A bunch of fucking rubes.
Fucking rubes.
Sorry to interrupt.
None of us looked this up ahead of time.
Anything that sounds white.
There's these giant dominoes that fall on top of everybody.
Okay, so we're going to jump into it. Directed by, from the year 2098 minutes, directed by James Wong. You may know James Wong from directing The One.
Oh.
With Jet Li.
Oh, what?
Which I went to a movie theater when I was 16 while I was skipping school to see, because I used to like to go see movies by myself because I hate people. And then only one other person walked in, and it was a cop.
He was
You
like, go
watched
to
the
school, you're
one with
arrested.
the cop.
Dude, he sat 2 rows down from me, and the whole time I couldn't enjoy the movie because the whole time I was like, why are you here?
You're like, I thought I smelled bacon.
I was like, oh, he's supposed to be working, so am I.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be at school, so like we're not gonna rat each
You're
other
like,
out
you're
right now.
white, I'm white. What are we doing? You know?
16-year-old me liked to think that I was not, and I was incorrect. Anyway,
You're like, listen, I get
Move on.
it. Am I right?
he also
This
did.
piece of shit also directed Dragon Ball Evolution, and he
That's
can
correct.
go fuck himself for it.
Whoa, opinion.
Wow.
It's a big one. He fucking did, what a dog shit movie.
I thought it was funny because I was like, oh, it's James Wan. No, James Wong.
yeah.
It was like the
I know. I was like,
off-brand.
oh, fucking again. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
we just did like 3 of these in a row.
Off-brand. Yeah.
He directed. Actually, he also produced a lot of this stuff too, and wrote it. Like this dude is a very busy boy. He directed. He wrote for. Directed and wrote for X-Files. He wrote for 21 Jump Street, a show version of The Others, which I never knew existed. The
What?
TV show version of The Others. Right?
No.
A TV adaptation of a miniseries of Rosemary's Baby.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, I didn't see
Miniseries?
it. I saw it on his IMDb.
Oh, okay,
I did look
yeah.
at his IMDb, and because because I saw Dragon Ball Evolution, and I had that anger like in the chamber.
I was already ready.
It's
to
been
be angry.
it's
You were
been sitting
doom
there.
scrolling?
Yeah, dude.
You were doom
Honestly,
scrolling on his ass.
I will
This
argue that
fucking piece of shit, dude.
He did produce the X-Files and American Horror Story.
Oh, hard
mean,
time.
yeah,
But
I mean-
what seasons of AHS? Because
The whole thing. He's the producer
okay,
on
well,
the show.
you know what? Your girl has flip flopped. Big fan.
Gotcha.
I know, like
Yeah.
this guy's whole like IMDb. I'm just like, okay, I like you at times,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Well, he also
It's an
produced.
on and off again.
It's a no, yeah.
He also produced the 06 version of Black Christmas.
Oh.
Horrific. I
Yeah.
mean, it is.
Yeah, it's gruesome. For
One
God's
of
Gotta
the
sake.
stop doing this to me, James.
James,
Why are you doing
please
this?
For
stop.
love of God,
It's too much.
I want to watch your movies. I want.
Speaking of Black Christmas,
Okay.
the writers for this he wrote, James Wong wrote for it, but so did Glenn Morgan, who helped write and direct Black Christmas
Okay, go off.
and the movie Willard, which I don't know if you've seen. Anyway,
Is that Black Willow? I don't know.
it's very white. It's very white.
Super white.
The box is a very white-looking white guy holding a mouse. Anyway,
I hate that.
yeah.
I thought it was a rat. Is he like obsessed with rats or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting me.
Oh, I love Stuart Little.
The other writer was Jeffrey Reddick, and he wrote for all of the Final Destination films.
Really?
How
How much writing goes into these? How much fucking writing is there?
the knife falls on the thing. And
They're like, we're watching Final Destination 2 right now, and they were like, a motorcycle accident, logs fall off a truck. You're like, it writes itself. Like, I don't. You watch the news for 45 minutes, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
He's also the story originator. So he's actually the one I think who probably is the most hands-on with all this stuff. Like,
Oh, so he's the
that makes
sick
sense.
fuck who's killing these
Yeah.
kids via.
yeah, I
That's
could be
really what
wrong.
this movie is. It's just basically like the writer is the slasher.
Yeah.
Yes, the writer is the
Yeah.
slasher.
The last one, that's what they're trying to figure out. They're like, who wrote this?
He's just in there
Starts
like
getting meta.
sweating over a laptop, like, and then those fuckers they get killed by a fucking log truck, and you're like, oh my god, relax.
I think I'm gonna kill Alex the next scene. No. I'm gonna make him wait.
I'm God. Relax.
I made these characters and I can end them. All right, dude.
The composer was Shirley Walker. She got her start working on Apocalypse Now as a synthesizer.
What
Ooh.
the absolute
Bananas.
Yeah, dude.
Apocalypse Now is a synthesizer?
That's
It's crazy.
Your very first movie to do anything, and they're like, "Hey, make this." Like, even though that's like probably the lowest thing on the scale
What
of like
the
importance
fuck?
shit. And,
Yeah.
A synthesizer.
Yep. And then went on to do compose for Ghoulies, Batman, the entire animated series, and all the ones after it. Escape from L.A.,
That's
Night Breed, Child's
wild.
Play 2.
Okay, go off.
Yeah, big horror.
Batman animated series.
Dude, that
is
bitch
a
knows how to
big
work a
fucking-
synthesizer.
Yeah, dude, that's wild.
Dude, and the
animated
fucking
series.
score.
So good.
Yeah.
So
The
good.
score for the first movie for this Final Destination is like it's the second you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, movies used to have scores like this, like
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
just like bombastic, like
True.
Now you kind of only
You don't
hear
like
it on
that?
like really big epics, you
It's
know.
wait, hold on. It's a regular word. It's
Bombastic?
not just in a
Bombastic?
snow song.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
bombastic.
relax there,
I
Shaggy.
was just imagining they're all like white kids
Yeah.
with like braids and like beads in their hair, and they're like, "We going to France, man. It's a bombastic."
bombastic.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna die today, man.
Yeah. It's
She's
so
just
funny.
back.
Like it's just a
Them
normal
no
word.
try the bombo clot.
Yeah. She got her synthesizer, man. You are gonna die today. Oh, good for you.
Fire.
Good for you, girlfriend. You're gonna score all the horror movies with the kids dying. Oh my god, that's what an insane.
I go to France.
What an insane resume. I bet getting in the car in her playlist is just depressing.
Cinematographer is Robert McLaughlin, and he did films such as Cursed. And actually, you know what? The films aren't as noteworthy as his TV show credits, because he did Westworld, Lovecraft Country, Game of Thrones.
Whoa.
I mean, the dude is cinematographer.
He was the DP for Game of Thrones? Bro.
But he's working.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your work. What the fuck happened in the last season, my guy?
He just points and shoots.
Okay.
Well, that's not true because he's the DP. But
Okay, well, you're the DP, but like...
maybe they should have got this writer to come in, you know?
Whoa,
What's
what
his
a
name?
big-
Jeffrey Reddick. Bring him in.
What a crazy credit. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
I'm so sorry for all the incest porn you had to shoot. That's crazy. Are you okay?
Yeah, there's a lot of rough.
There's a lot of
Game of
incest
Thrones
porn.
is very
I mean,
sexy,
they're not
but not in a fun
really
way.
like, you know.
But
I mean, that's the implication, but they're not
Wait.
really.
the implication is the
Wait, you're telling
They're not
me they
really. Those
you're telling me
actors
they
aren't
didn't
really
fuck?
related.
They're not
dude.
really fucking the sisters on the show? Is that what you're trying to tell? The mother of dragons?
Well, I will never watch this show again.
This is an outrage. I have never in my life. Okay.
All right, so Alex Browning is played by Devin Sawa.
Okay.
Got his start in Nerf commercials in the early 90s.
Ah, good for him.
Yeah,
Like
93.
Nerf, like the.
Like the foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
brought him into a studio. They shot 3 Nerf commercials and put him out over the course of 1993. And the kid was a star ever since.
He's been a
Oh.
fucking star.
Went into being Little
Nerf
Giants.
for nothing.
Casper. He was in the 95 Casper.
Wait,
the,
what?
The only Casper movie, the definitive Casper movie.
The definitive Casper. Yeah.
I love that movie.
SLC
so good.
Punk. Great film.
Wait, who was he in SLC Punk? What a great film.
Was he the kid with the mittens that got the
Aw,
the
maybe.
acid? I think he was. Yeah.
I didn't sell out. I bought in. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Oh, great film. Great guy.
Idle Hands.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Which I've been wanting to cover for a while. We just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay, all right, we get it. Relax.
He played Stan in Eminem's Stan in
Okay.
the music video,
Oh yeah, that's right. He
Yep.
did. Yeah.
which was the same year.
The morning rain clouds down my window.
I've been writing. You ain't calling.
Don't do it too well. We'll get flagged.
Sorry.
No regret. Put your picture
The
on
saddest
my
part
wall.
about 8 Mile is that even though Rabbit won the rap battle, he still had to go to work at the end of the movie.
This is true.
Right?
This is true.
Didn't that make you like sob?
Yeah,
Like,
because
as-
it was like this is just one battle.
Yeah.
This is just one battle. You're not famous
Yeah,
now.
it's like comedy.
yeah.
I sobbed. I watched
Yeah.
8 Mile like semi recently, and it was like, yeah, man, he won the rap battle, and then had to go right back to work, and I was like, I get it, man. I fucking get it. I'm like crying. My dad's like, this is not supposed to be a sad movie. So I'm just like, you don't get it. Okay.
You don't get it. His manager yelled at him the next day.
He still has to have a day job.
It's all good. He went on to kill his girlfriend.
Good for him. What?
That's on the first album. out and he kills his girlfriend. Okay.
Oh, well. R.I.P. Brittany Murphy.
We're going to move on.
Okay.
So he didn't really do much else after that. I mean, he did a lot of stuff, but it was like, stuff for paychecks that I'm not going to mention, and we support you
Porn?
in all your... No, worse.
Did he do porn?
Porn.
No, porn is
Oh, what'd he do?
respectable. These films.
Doing porn. What do you do?
Did snuff films?
What do you do?
No,
snuff
just a
films.
bunch of bullshit.
Do they pay
But
for snuff?
I mean, yeah.
He
I
was
mean,
a teen
I
heartthrob.
assume that's why
did he
anyone's
do?
doing it.
He was a teen heartthrob. He was, he was big news back in the day. For a
Big
little bit.
news back in the... What is he doing? Rob Lowe porn flicks? What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
what the hell?
Well, later he
Ish.
would jump on board with Black Friday from 2021, which we're going to cover for Thanksgiving.
Whatever, covering
Oh
it. Go
yeah,
on.
I love Black Friday. That's such a good
I've
one.
never seen it.
And the TV series of Chucky. So,
Oh,
That's one with Bruce Campbell, right? Black Friday.
yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
okay.
Clear
Continue.
Rivers, the character, is played by Allie Larder, and she was in Varsity Blues.
Her name is Clear Rivers.
Clear Rivers.
I didn't even realize that.
I kept
sound like
thinking
an
my
actor.
subtitles was like saying Claire wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
See, I thought her name was Claire.
The second one, subtitles were done by an English guy because every time it says mom, it says mum. And then there's like arse instead of ass. And I was
Oh,
like, what the
I
arse?
love
Let's just flip
that.
through. Anyway,
I love that.
So if you watch it on HBO Max, they let some English guy do fucking subtitles.
Oh, so good. I love that. Mom, don't stop. No.
Wait, are you?
Stop it. You're going to get electrocuted in the car.
She was also in House on Haunted Hill. This is all the same year, by the way. She did Varsity Blues, House on Haunted Hill, and then immediately Final Destination, then Legally Blonde.
Your girl is working
Yeah, dude.
and then never worked again.
No.
No.
Because she also did Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And
Okay.
then 3 of the Resident Evil films.
Sorry, good.
Yeah, she was like the main girl in Resident Evil.
And then almost all of Heroes.
Well, okay. Well, I
So.
stand corrected. I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry.
Well.
And what has she done since 2010?
That is a wonderful question that I didn't
Sorry, you have an accomplished acting
Just
career.
counting the days on her downfall.
Yeah. Women supporting women.
And then
You're
secretly.
immediately like, that bitch is not working.
Oh yeah, what else has she done? I'm like, Amanda, you are not even SAG eligible. Okay, fine. I don't even care.
And then the most famous actor from this movie, who was huge in the 2000s, Sean William Scott.
Sean
William
William
Scott.
Scott.
He got his start in a Sunny D commercial in 1996.
Yeah,
Really?
he did.
Yeah.
Sunny dirt. You know what I mean? All right. Right, ladies?
He
no?
was
I let Amanda just take that one.
I gave you a Sean treatment where I just stared at you.
I'll take it.
Like,
Sunny dirt. Where's my car? Continue.
we're getting there.
He was
Thank
in
you.
Dudes Were in My Car.
He was in an Aerosmith video called Hole in My Soul. And of course, American Pie, all of them.
Classic.
Yeah.
Until they became
Stifler.
like... Yeah, Stifler, yeah. Yeah,
Mm, it's the only thing I know him by.
Classic.
I always forget his name, and I just
Where's
know
My
him by
Car, Road Trip,
yeah, Road Trip.
The Rundown, Old School.
Oh, he was in the Rundown.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was huge, man. He was
He's recently in Righteous Gemstones.
yeah.
Ooh, he was in that episode of It's Always Sunny. He was City Mac.
Oh, he was City Mac.
City Mac.
That's great.
Don't look at me
He was like the
that.
cooler version
I don't
of
know
Mac.
the discography of Sean William Scott. Like,
He be working.
he be working.
Role Models.
But what?
Role
Role
Models.
Models.
Role Models was a banger, dude.
Also a horror film.
This is actually a great way to start because his name is probably the most obvious one for the Easter eggs of the cast names, which is Billy Hitchcock is his name. Pretty easy to pick up immediately on the Hitchcock part of it. And then that got me thinking, well, the rest of them got to be somebody's something, right?
Okay.
So I did a little research, and by that I mean I watched a YouTube video where somebody did some research.
Hey.
I will link the video because I feel like a hack. Okay. Excuse me. Alex Browning, the last name Browning, is the director of the original Dracula and Freaks from the 30s. Yeah. Mr. Well, I'm going to say this so wrong. Mr. Muro is the last name of Nosferatu's director.
Oh, Mr. Moreau.
Yeah, Moreau. That sounds right. And then, George, the two Wagner boys, they're named after George Wagner, was the director of Wolfman.
Oh, so a little Universal monster mash going on. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Terry Chaney, obviously Lon Chaney, would be the...
Is this a Nepo Baby movie?
Mm-hmm. Right.
No, just
So what you're saying?
The names are...
Some unnecessary Easter
the
eggs.
names of the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Clear
okay.
Rivers is the only one that isn't horror. And
Yeah.
that one it was just one of the assistants on set, and they just changed the character name just for fun.
No.
So.
Done.
I hate that name.
Which
Clear
means somebody
Rivers.
might have
Yeah.
been trying to sleep with her, because it was 1999.
Yeah.
Or now.
You want to get the role, sweetheart? You're gonna be a big star. She's like, I have no speaking parts. Like,
I'll put your
It's the
goofy name in the
90s.
movie.
Why are you talking like that?
yeah.
I'll put your goofy name in the movie, kid. Yeah. Do I get to be in it? No.
You're gonna
Just
be a
your
big
name.
star. She's like, please stop calling.
your name's gonna be on billboards.
And Val Lewton is the woman who, the teacher that gets killed with the knife through her and everything, you know?
Okay.
Right.
I love that scene.
That is Kristen
So
Cole,
good.
or Kristen Cloak, I think is her last name, and she's married to Glenn Morgan. That's why she's in Black Christmas.
Oh. It all comes down to who you know.
Yeah, and the
And
character
who you're fucking.
Val Lewton is named after the producer of Cat People and Curse of the Cat People. All right, so before we jump into fun facts, we should say which of these is
I won't do it. You can't make me.
which Final Destination film is your favorite and why?
Fuck.
The fifth one.
Okay.
I like the fifth one because they introduce the element that if you kill someone while death is after you, you then get their lifespan, which it immediately pins everyone against each other.
What?
And that was like my favorite one because it was like that
Death couldn't be
concept.
more of a motherfucker. He
Yeah.
adds in, kill some people, I'll let you off the hook for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the
That's crazy.
fuck?
Yeah, that one gets a little crazy at the end. I liked it.
Is 5 also when they tie it back into 1 where
Yeah.
the guy gets on the plane
Yep.
in the beginning of
Okay.
1?
Yeah,
when
and
they
it
cut in
all
the footage?
yeah. And what the coolest thing about that is like they don't explicitly say that it's pre-90s. You just have to like pick it up by like the phones.
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh, this is okay." And they do such a good job at like making you not even question it until like you get to the end and you're like, "Oh shit, dude."
Right.
Fuck.
That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, the fifth one is really good. The fourth one is dog shit. It is so bad.
Yeah.
But I love it because it's awful.
You gotta get through it.
Amanda?
I would say the second one.
Okay.
The most iconic kills. Like we were at the improv mic today, and
Yeah.
we were like, "Oh, we're gonna go do a podcast about Final Destination," and everyone's just naming off the kills from the second one. It was like the log truck and
Yeah.
the sun booth, right? The suntan booth.
Well,
or whatever.
tanning bed is
Third one. 3, right?
Yeah.
Second one's the painted glass just crushes the kid
That's right. The
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah.
in front of his mom.
I
Jesus
don't. I
Christ.
mean,
So brutal.
I feel like the second one is just so iconic.
Yeah.
The log killing one, and then it's like we're already established. We have the rules. We can have a little bit more fun with
Yeah.
it.
Did you guys see the promotion thing they were doing for Bloodlines? They
No,
put it on the
what?
side of a log truck and they just had it driving around.
That's awesome.
The log
That's
truck-
like fucking genius.
The log
So
truck
good.
is so iconic.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
the memes,
Yeah.
the videos, like the log truck is just the most iconic. The first
Yeah.
one does a great job of like setting up the premise in the series, but like I'm sorry, the log truck is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Destination 2 is my favorite.
I have a lot
The
of
third one is good too.
Yeah.
But
It's a good
and like
one.
the third one's got like the iconic roller coaster. Everybody remembers
the
roller coaster. Yeah. And the tanning bed thing and like so they've got a good couple iconic films. No one can name 1 out of 4. Not a
No.
single person could name. 4 is just the dumbest fucking.
Yeah.
They shot it in Universal Orlando too, like parts of it. Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Like I immediately recognized the back lot or like the park. I was just like, I know exactly where that is, dude. That's so weird.
The roller coaster one is super real.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
like being on a field trip and kids being like, I don't want to die on the roller coaster like in the movie, and I'd be like, you're a pussy. Get on the ride. Like it's fine.
It's a movie.
Yeah, and don't be gay. And they're like, it was the 2000s. You could say that.
Yeah, that's how we all talk to each other.
I gotta
Yeah.
say for me, the first one, because obviously I'm 40. Like I saw it in theaters with all my friends. It was like a party. Like there was like 20 of us went to go see the first Final Destination. So it's like etched in my brain as like the like
It's a
shared
classic.
moment.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Speaking of gay, by the way, in the beginning,
We weren't, but go
speaking
on.
of gay slurs, in the beginning, he absolutely mounts. He goes,
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. He
to his friend
does.
because he wouldn't move seats, or
Yes.
because he did move seats. Yeah.
I do think that the first Final Destination, like that first, I don't know, like montage of them getting on the plane, doesn't it feel like every high school field trip you've ever been on?
When
Yeah.
he goes, oh yeah, you thought you were gonna titty fuck them? Whoa.
Will you change seats with me? I
Yeah.
want to sit with my friend. He's like, come on.
Yeah.
That's every high school field trip we've ever been on.
Which, as someone who was in middle school, or I guess, I was like, I think I
Yeah.
just started high school. So like, as someone who was in like 9th grade when that came out,
Yeah.
we all talked like that.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
I had
remember-
gay moms, and I was like, hey, what's up, you?
What's up, guys?
I remember we were going, we were
it's
flying
pretty
to New York on like a field trip in high school, and like people were like making references to like this movie that had just come out, and I was like, I haven't seen it, so I don't get the reference. We're gonna be fine.
I was on a plane that on the way back from Atlanta that had a landing gear malfunction. That was
Dear
fucking.
God.
I thought I was gonna die. I was like,
Yeah.
"This is it. This is it. This is my final. This is my final destination moment. This fucking plane's coming down, dude."
I didn't see this movie until like years later. Because it was 2005.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
think so.
I was like in middle school. Sorry, I'm like so young. I didn't see this movie until like maybe when the third one came out.
Yeah, which would be 05 or 06, I think.
The third one was
Yeah.
like,
I remember
Yeah.
that and Tokyo Drift came out at like
The
the
same
same
time.
time. 'cause
Yes,
I had it
yes.
in the
So-
video store.
and I remember we got it from Blockbuster, and we literally watched like 1, 2, and 3, just
Yeah.
like da-da-da-da-da. But like, yeah,
I saw the second one I saw on DVD. The first one I don't think I saw in the movies, but I watched it with my mom and we became obsessed with it. And then I rented
Right.
the second one, and they had this whole like in the like bonus features this documentary about death.
yeah.
And I was just like, I watched this at like 10 years old or something, and I was just like, I guess we're all gonna die, but it's kind of okay.
Rigor
know,
mortis doesn't set in until about 6 hours in.
We know the joke it was about poverty is time traveling, you know.
What?
You're just living in the past if you're broke, like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that rolls over culturally, you know.
Yeah,
You're broke,
true.
you're basically you might as well be growing up in 1990.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
Both your parents got to work and everything like
Yeah.
The kids getting left at home.
You ever heard of Fight Club, the new movie? Like,
So let's jump into fun facts, guys.
Fun facts.
Anybody got anything they want to start with? I'm just kidding. I got to. Come on.
I didn't look up any fun facts.
a trick question.
This is a Canada film.
There
It's
it goes.
Canadian.
There it goes.
The entire series is Canadian.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first I think the first 3 or 4 they would have got that Canadian tax credit before they got. I mean, they still give a tax credit for it, but in the 2000s it was like really, really helpful to go shoot in Vancouver. It's like why it's the second Hollywood. You know?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
No wonder everybody's so fucking white in this film. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The whitest franchise I've ever seen. Continue.
They
It's
don't
fine.
even try to
Very
hide it.
white.
In the second one, there's like just people just being a boat. You're like, whoa.
Yeah,
Like,
truly.
Yeah, they're like, fuck it, it's Canadian.
What
You're
about
like,
that log truck, eh? You're like, okay, continue.
It was the second one does have a black guy.
Oh,
Got one black guy.
Okay.
We should 2 if you count Tony Todd.
Oh yeah.
What?
Tony Todd, R.I.P.
Yeah, he was in the
Passed
first one
away
too.
last year, yeah.
And he's in the newest one.
Yeah, one of his last film roles.
Oh, wait. The mortician? The
Candyman,
Candyman. Dude,
Dr. Bloodworth.
I'm sorry. The Candyman mortician scene, iconic,
Oh, so good.
devastating,
Yeah.
totally unrealistic by medical standards.
100%.
I'm in a cave. Come on in, you little fuckers.
Yeah, not sterile,
I got
no
jokes.
gloves.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you guys are friends of the deceased? Let me just have him completely unsheathed in front of you. The most unprofessional mortician I've ever seen. No gloves, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's just like saying the most ominous shit. Death comes for us all. Like, I just wanted to, like, you know, see my friend.
Yeah. When I'm done with his body, I'm going to eat cereal out of his skull. I just want you guys to know that.
Truly. It was honest. Like, the Candyman mortician scene was just honestly like, okay, somebody had a hard on for this guy. Like,
well, I mean, iconic horror guy.
Iconic. It's iconic, but like that actual, it's like the lights are flickering and he's like, he like pulls the little like, cyanide spout or whatever like out of his shoulder and it like squirts a little bit. Yeah. And it's just like,
what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Yeah. You couldn't take a break?
Are you doing an autopsy? You're filling it with formaldehyde right here in front of us?
Yeah. It's like, dog,
why don't you change that flickering light? I'm gonna be honest, I get hurt in here all the time. It's really bad. I can't see a fucking thing.
He's like wearing jeans. Yeah. He's like, oh, is this your dead friend? Death comes for us all. You're like, no further questions, Your Honor. Like, that was my favorite scene from the whole movie.
That was a good scene.
So this movie was originally outstanding. Jeffrey Reddick had originally pitched this for an X-Files continuous theme.
Like interesting.
Where it would reappear during the same season of X-Files.
Death.
And so here's the other part, though. There's a movie called Soul Survivor, and Soul Survivor's from 1984, where Death uses basically the ghost of the people who all died on a plane crash to haunt the guy who lived because he wasn't supposed to live. And so he's basically just trying to like get this guy to just fucking die already.
To kill himself?
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, it's not a direct ripoff, but man, after I saw that, I was like, oh, you took the whole idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
PTSD, the film.
And hey, much like Led Zeppelin, if you do it better, you win. So, you know, fuck the band Spirit, who wrote Kashmir. And then...
If I was a soul survivor that got like haunted by the people that died, I would mock them.
Bro.
I'd be like, "Wish you guys wish you were alive."
Yeah. Oh, you're here to haunt me? Good luck, fuckers.
Yeah. Survivor's guilt. More like survivor, I don't give a fuck.
It's worse for you than it is for me. I'm having a good time, dude.
The check I got from American Airlines, haunt me all you want, dog. I'm fucking straight. I'm good.
I'll fly in Spirit for free forever.
Yeah,
how about you sit in the corner and watch me fucking sniff coke off your wife's titties now, bud?
Yeah, come haunt me in the hot tub. How about that?
Oh my god!
So
haunt me in the hot tub. That's what I'm talking about. They're like, okay. People died.
The part where Devon Sawa is asleep so they could show the clock. First of all, the clock, it took them 5 days to get right, which is, they could have easily just done CGI, but they wanted to nail it.
Why?
And it took them 5 days to get the 1 o'clock on the alarm clock in his room, and then the 180 in the airport. So the alarm clock looks like it says 180 at one point, and then they fade that in, and they just took forever to line up those shots. Which, of course, nowadays you would just fucking
CGI.
Yeah, but like 99 going into 2000, it was not as common to do that.
Give it up for practical effects, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
And of course, when we say 5 days, I mean whatever second unit, dude.
Yeah,
like they didn't stop the movie for 5 days. Devon Sawa actually fell asleep for 4 hours during the scene where he's supposed to be sleeping and nobody could wake him up, which in my mind means Devon Sawa was on drugs.
Good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
Bro,
nap on the clock. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Also, do drugs on the clock.
Drugs on the clock?
Drugs on the clock.
I only poop on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
I'll save it for when I'm at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
I've had a week off and I'm constipated now.
Please let me clock in. I'll save it till I get there.
Footage from the TWA Flight 800 that went down in 1996 over Long Island.
No.
Had a French class on it.
Stop.
And so a lot of people said, well, you guys, this is like this story about this French class that all died on there. And then there's this whole thing about using the footage from that in the movie for the news footage.
Jesus Christ,
and
dude.
so people were like, oh, you guys purposely like we're trying to draw a parallel.
Such bad taste, dude.
Oh, that's gross. Knowing that it's like...
What they said was, those weren't they were like, we just like, I mean, maybe subconsciously he thought of that. But they were like, we just went like, what could get a bunch of kids on an airplane? Because originally it wasn't a bunch of kids.
Liar.
The original script was a bunch of adults who were strangers.
Oh,
who have to, it's like in the second movie.
It's gotta be high schoolers, or we won't care.
Right. And And that's part of what they were doing. They were like, oh, we got to capitalize on the faculty and like, I know what you did last summer and all that. So they literally changed it to kids, and then somebody was like, well, we got to think of a reason they'd all be there, and they were like, well, school, and then they just said French class. So they actually weren't trying to draw the parallels, but a lot of people were really
But
upset.
they used the footage, though, knowing you used the footage.
Which is pretty standard for movies, though. To
I
use
mean-
footage from actual news stuff, and then you don't show it clearly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you watch it, you're not like, unless you watch that footage because you lost somebody.
Yikes.
So there's probably some people who are like, what the fuck, you know?
I mean, devil's advocate, yeah, it's always like the weird classes that are going on vacation, but yikes, that is honestly the longest plane crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God, it's like a 7-minute fucking plane crash.
Yeah.
Holy, it's so long.
Yeah. It's actually one of the quickest moments in a Final Destination sequence, though,
God.
which is crazy because when you're watching it, you're like, this takes forever.
It feels
But-
forever.
Yeah.
They really spend so much time on it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Because they have that little fake out.
Yeah.
And then like everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God. And then it gets worse.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it does.
That's a big fucking plane, dude. I've never been on a plane that big with those rows like that.
Yeah. Well, I've done international flights, and they are big planes.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's like, I mean, I would be curious to go back and see how long that actual plane crash scene is, but it feels like.
Well, that
Yeah, it
was
feels forever.
That was one of their points about how they weren't trying to. They were like, no, we just needed some footage. That was one that like would match the time frame because there's not like a ton of plane crashes, or there weren't back then. And then they were like, it's an international flight on this giant, like it's a totally different plane. Clearly, we weren't trying to draw a parallel between this like, smaller flight that was going up the East Coast. But anyway, we'll move on from that. They actually,
That's wild.
This one you guys are gonna love because it's so crazy. Flight 180 was the original working title name.
Whoa.
And the only reason, and you got to remember, this came out in 2000. I mean, they made it under the radar for movies you could make about plane crashes.
Yeah, dude.
After 9/11, anything that had a plane crash for like 5 years, they wouldn't greenlight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But the Twin Towers movie, they greenlit.
Well,
Anyway.
good for them.
So they actually changed it to not be confused with other 90s hits that were happening at the time because they wanted people to know it was a horror movie, and they didn't want people to think it was like another Con Air, or like the what's the one with Harrison Ford, where he's the president, Air Force One.
Air Force One.
Right.
Yeah.
So they actually so it worked out really well because the producers were like, well, you got to call it something else. They called it Final Destination, but if they had called it Flight 180, how are you going to do all these sequels? Keep this going.
Right.
Final Destination.
Is it Flight 182?
Oh.
Is it Flight 181? Because that would be the
Yeah.
sequel on the zero. Like
Then
it just wouldn't have worked as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Destination is
So,
good.
Yeah, kind of worked out in a weird way. Another thing that took 5 days was to set up Miss Luton's exterior house of when he was running out and it explodes.
Oh,
After
such
she
a good
dies.
shot. So good.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
The neighborhood where they shot that and set up that whole fake house for the exterior. The people in the neighborhood liked it so much that they were like, "Okay, can you guys like leave that?"
Aww,
like it.
that's so funny.
I'm pretty sure the studio was like, "No."
They're like, no, you fucking weirdos. Do you hate your neighbors? Sorry you don't like the Johnsons. We can't leave their house exploded. You fucking psychos.
Psychos.
I was thinking, and like when I watched the first couple scenes where like he's like talking to the cops, as I'm watching it, I was
Don't talk
just
to
like,
the cops.
Never talk to the
Yeah.
cops. No cops at Pride.
he was just so honest, and I was just like, man, white people just so honest to the
White
police
people
officers.
really don't know. They think that cops are there to help.
They're like, I'm telling you everything about it. I'm like, no, you idiot, you're making yourself look like a criminal.
Yeah.
What
My
are you
dad used to
doing?
chastise me. He was like, when I was a little kid, he was like, "Don't fucking tell them stuff." I'm like, "But that's the truth." He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, don't tell them
tell
that.
them
What are
that.
you fucking
I
crazy?
was like, "You're not a
Lie
you're not
to
a drug
them.
dealer."
I
Relax.
plead the fifth. I do not recall. Write this down.
Yeah. I don't remember right now. Okay.
Yeah.
If that was me, and they were like, "Oh, you started screaming about the plane exploding," I'd be like, "I don't remember that."
Who are you?
Why'd you get off the plane? I got off the plane?
Do you know my mom? Yeah.
I'm on drugs, but they're all gone and you can't arrest me.
Yeah. They're not in my system.
I ate all the drugs.
Suck it, pig.
The cabin was actually also a cabin they used for Lake Placid, which is fun.
The cabin is so hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
One of my favorite scenes when he's death proofing the cabin and he's just like putting
Duct tape and shit.
just duct taping the
Yeah.
walls
Yeah.
and he's like, death isn't gonna get me, and it's like, okay, put the tinfoil hat on, buddy. Like
Yeah.
it's so I love that. Yeah, death proofing the cabin is like
Yeah.
one of my favorite scenes.
I think when they wrote the whole thing about tetanus, I think for them it wasn't meant to be funny. It was like it was like trying to cover all the bases for like different ways you could die.
yeah.
But it comes off so funny in that with him like losing his mind.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's like,
oh, you think you got me with fucking tetanus?
fucking got me. He's like wearing gloves,
Yeah.
eating cat food with a plastic fork.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this man is like on the brink of insanity. It's so funny. I totally
Yeah.
forgot about the whole like insane,
Yeah.
you know,
Him going crazy. Yeah,
him
the
going
spiral.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like in the cabin, like, you know, just eating cat food with
Yeah.
a plastic fork.
When he's reading The Hustler, which is a hilarious little addition there, there's an owl outside on the branch. Of course, owls are in
Omens.
many cultures omens of death. So a lot of little Easter eggs like that we don't have time to cover, but there's some great YouTube videos. that
Look it up.
you can
Owls
look
are
up.
Look it
omens of
up.
death.
Yeah, I feel like the symbolism stuff. It's like I don't have time. I can't.
I know,
I'm
but
gonna go through and
there's so much symbolism of like the shadows and the music and whatever. Yeah.
yeah. The luggage cart, if you see when he looks out the window and looks down, the luggage cart when it goes by to load up the plane has 666 written on it.
Yep.
Ooh.
And then when she goes to rip off the tag, it says Final Destination on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
I love
noticed
that.
that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
they said the name of the movie in the movie.
That's what the movie is called.
Is this your final destination? And he's like, no, I have a layover in Phoenix. Actually, do you
You
mind?
can tell you've flown home to LA
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah,
It's the
literally.
American hub for anyway.
I got off the plane in Sacramento and I was super hammered because I got there like really early. And
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah, so hammered. And the lady woke me up and there was like absolutely nobody else left on the plane. And
Like
she
cleaning
was
up vodka bottles, like time to get up, sweetie.
truly like there was
You're
no one
That's
on the
great.
plane. The entire crew was around me,
Yeah.
and she was like, "We do need you to leave this at our final destination." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
That's great.
Da, da, da.
Speaking of
You
Final
wake up, you're
Destination.
like, did I miss my stop?
Yeah, truly. She
Speaking
was
of-
like, "Oh, please leave."
Speaking of Final Destination, you may have heard if you did the rewatch, 9 Inch Nails.
Oh.
They have a song called "Into the Void,"
Yes.
where they actually say "My Final Destination" when they're going to that cafe before the girl gets hit by the bus.
Oh, great scene.
Yeah.
So totally predictable yet unexpected.
Now, what's cool about that is they actually originally wanted a Tupac song for that,
Okay.
which is and then
Hell yeah, dude.
They wanted a Dr. Dre song, but they couldn't get the N word right.
Which
it's funny.
Tupac song?
so
Yeah.
so it's on the DVD commentary.
Which Tupac song?
It's on the DVD commentary, so the guy keeps, these are just like old middle-aged white guys that made this, and so the guy keeps going, we wanted that one Tupac song. I was like, oh, God. Nothing bothers me more than that Tupac.
Tupac, man.
That Tupac song.
Yeah.
If
The
I
one
died
that brought
tonight.
about his mama.
If I died tonight.
What? Oh, if I died tonight. Oh, bro. I know that song word for word.
But as everybody knows,
They say pussy is poetry,
What's up?
power, and pistols.
yeah.
Plotting on murdering motherfuckers for they get you.
as everybody knows, the Tupac's estate was tied up for many years in legal battles because of Suge Knight, and I believe, I could be wrong.
Suge
but-
Knight killed Tupac, and I'm tired of skirting around the issue.
Well, it was P. Diddy.
Okay, well.
It was
did it
really,
together.
yeah, it was
I know.
released in court.
I know, but he was
recently
involved.
that it was him. Yeah,
Sorry. Oh, P. Diddy.
Let's move on. So
a lot of things getting revealed with the whole Diddy trials. It's crazy.
moving on.
Yeah.
We do not have time. There's
Was
so
it
much.
was
I
Diddy in
know.
Final Destination?
Yes. I'm
Is
glad you
Diddy
brought
the
that up.
Final
Could you
Destination?
imagine?
Diddy was somebody's one.
Yeah,
Couple people.
you're like
Okay,
the-
we don't have time. We don't
All
have
right,
time.
all right,
sorry,
all
sorry.
right.
But are you following the Diddy trial? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay,
But are you?
So Gate 46 is named it that because 46 kids and or yeah, 46 kids die in that with big French class.
Wow,
46.
46 kids.
That's including the other teachers, though, I guess.
Jesus, how many fucking kids are on this plane?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Only too many kids.
Kill them all.
Possible casting
Yeah,
choices.
I hate it when I'm at the gym and there's at least like 5 high schoolers there. I'm like,
Oh, God, put these kids on a fucking plane, am I right?
I wish you were on that plane.
I wish you were on the plane.
Yeah.
I wish you died instead of my real dad. They're like, what the fuck?
they're like, you're old. I'm like, shut up.
Oh, no, me.
We're at Planet Fitness. We're wearing jeans.
It's possible casting choices. Tobey Maguire, Brandy, and Kirsten Dunst. We're all
Would have
up
been
for
way
roles.
better.
Oh, so much better.
Fuck, yes.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire, like losing his shit in a cabin, like eating fucking cat food out of a.
Would have been so
Okay.
great.
Of course, they would go on to do Spider-Man with Sam Raimi, which,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
it happened.
It's a lateral move. I guess. Brandy that did the Black Cinderella, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh yeah, dude, this one's weird.
She was in a horror movie recently, and it was bad.
Yeah, we'll talk about it sometime because it's anyway. You told me about it, and I was like, "This is stupid. We should cover it."
Yeah.
I hate it. Let's do it.
Sometimes I write a little cliff note so I know what the note is, and it says preggers, but I thought it said peggers, and I was confused because I don't remember anyone dying that way.
Even better.
Yeah.
Not in this one.
Not yet. So Alex and Clear were originally going to have a baby, and if you watch the deleted scenes, it's all in there. They make out on a beach.
Okay.
And then
That's how
she
you get
gets-
pregnant.
She gets pregnant. That's how you get
Yeah.
pregnant.
Exactly.
Be careful.
They imply the sexy times,
Ew, heavily implied early 2000 sexy times.
and then they actually show her giving birth, like in the movie.
What?
What?
What a weird scene to like as an actress, like you prep for,
Yeah,
you shoot, and then to have cut.
you're right.
Yeah.
To have cut this like enormous.
I did like
Giving
I
life.
prepared for like a whole birth scene.
Yeah.
Like I practiced it.
Yeah.
I shot it. And
I
like,
went and watched a live birth, and you.
yeah. Actually, we're just not going to use the birth scene. She's like, what?
What do you mean?
I stretched my cervix for this.
You know how many classes I took?
How many Lamaze is expensive.
Dude, I wonder if
Apparently, they look down on you when you're not actually pregnant.
I'm prepping for a role. We gotta.
I wonder if Bloodlines. I wonder if they tie that in
Look, if they don't give birth, I'm killing myself.
Well, the second one kind of ties it in
with the
with the
giving
birth. Well, yeah, because like the second one, like there's
say
like
she had
there's
a
a
kid.
plot line. No, there's a pregnant woman in.
No, I
the
know,
thing.
but I'm saying I understand what you're saying about.
Oh,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm saying like I wonder if they actually bring back that child of like the deleted
Oh.
scene, and they go like, oh, like to the people who don't know about that, it'll look like they just concocted it, but it was actually part of the original script.
Right.
So it'd be
But-
kind of interesting if they do that.
But was that plot line of like if a new kid or if a new life is born,
I don't think
it
they
offsets.
it offsets
The
like the way it
death
was in the
thing.
second one.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't really elaborate on that. So maybe yeah.
Because like
Maybe
that,
was the
because
way
like
out.
I feel like that might have been they were like, oh, we'll cut it. We just don't have time. And then the
Right.
second one was just like, well, we could play with that idea.
Yeah.
It would throw the whole algorithm off.
Let's see. Yeah, you got the luggage tag thing. You covered that.
The luggage tag.
The luggage tag.
Final destination.
Oh, the magazines they're reading in the airport when the boys are in the stall and like the shots
Yeah.
looking over them. And Leonard Skinner's on the cover of one of those magazines. Famously died in a bunch of them died in a plane crash.
Oh, not funny.
And then I believe they say it in the movie when they're playing John Denver, and he's like,
Leonard Skinner's dead. Sorry, that's
What? That's news to me.
just like the guy.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm a millennial.
I
I
had a
thought they were
friend-
still torn.
I had a friend
Yeah.
who did publicity for like the living brother of the Van Zants.
They really
and
died in a plane crash?
one of them.
Oh wow.
Oh, the whole band? No, just one.
Did John Denver
One
die
of
in a
the
plane
Van
crash?
Zants. John Denver died in a plane crash, and then
Oh.
I think they actually mention it in the movie. Like somebody goes, what? Like they react to it like
Yeah.
kind of like symbolism. Like,
Yeah.
why would you play John Denver right now?
Yeah,
So-
like I love Buddy Holly.
Right.
I
about a
love
plane
Buddy
crash,
Holly. You like Selena? Fuck you, Yolanda
Not a plane
Sandoval.
crash.
Yeah.
A
Fuck
fan
you,
shot.
Yolanda Sandoval.
That's what they want you to
That's how they want you to think. I know so many.
Put Selena on the.
Yeah, just cause.
Aaliyah died in a plane crash.
Yes.
I've had enough.
And Diddy probably had something to do with it. But
All right. There's no way out of this, huh?
Nope.
Stay
We're
tuned
just
for the
all-
Diddy trials. How much baby oil can they fit on the stand?
We're gonna do a Patreon on just freak offs.
Yeah. We're doing a horror movie, but it's just the freak off footage.
Yeah. That's so funny.
We talk about which actors were in what horror movies.
Yeah, the horror movie is called "What Did They Do to Justin Bieber?"
Holy shit, dude. In the airport, there are murals behind all the characters when they do close-ups on them, and you can see some clearly, some out of focus, and I won't go through all of them, but just as an example, behind the... Fuck, which one is it? I just had it written down and I lost it. Oh, behind the girl that gets hit by the bus, there's a bus behind her in the mural.
Oh yeah.
So everyone's way they die, there's something behind them in the airport that signifies...
Oh shit, dude! I gotta rewatch that scene.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, did you know that?
Just watch it free on HBO. It's so great.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So fun.
You said free on HBO.
Well, if you pay for HBO.
Yeah.
Then it's free.
If you pay for HBO, then it's
Then
free.
it's
Listen,
free.
I get the cheap one with the commercials.
You pay for HBO and then you get all these free movies.
Listen. I'm not gonna play into the whole like price racketeering, no commercials thing. Commercials is how I tell my body when it's okay to pee during a movie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
My,
you
mo-
said you're
my
hard
mom
out
is
on
calling.
them? Oh.
I'm just kidding. Dad, it's Sean. Come pick me up. They're talking about Final Destination.
Any word from Sean?
No.
Great.
Sean is dead.
Sean.
We're on the phone.
We'll see him at his birthday party.
Yeah.
I imagine someone on the other line being like, "Hello, hello, I didn't watch the movie."
Hang on, I'll watch it while I'm driving over.
What if I watch the second to last destination?
Is that good? All right.
Would that work for you?
This is okay. So to
I
get
didn't watch the movie. I just put it on in the other room.
to get the creation of what it like a realistic looking body when a bus hits it, or I forget what the other major thing where somebody gets
The decapitation at the train tracks.
Yeah, so multiple times where they had to do this, they created body casts of those characters, full body casts of them, and then just like fucking filled them with blood. Nice. When she gets hit by the bus.
Devastating.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
that.
yeah, dude.
I haven't confirmed this, or someone said that it was on like the IMDb things, and I couldn't find it anywhere else, so it might not be true. But somebody said that everybody, when the blood splashes on them, it says their number of like where they get, like the blood spells their.
Ooh, that would be a
Their
good
number
freeze
of when they.
frame.
Oh.
Yeah, their number, their order number.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That'd be a good freeze frame.
absolutely.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the blood splatter is.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Also, love that jump scare. Like
Yeah.
it's such a fucking iconic like moment.
Dude, my friend Adam used to do that, and then like he would, after that movie came out, he would do that just to like cause a ruckus. He would just
Yeah.
start doing like the full monologue.
I
the
hate
girl
that.
says,
No.
and then he would step into the street and he'd go fuck.
Devastating.
He's so funny. He's also the one that did he threw a Halloween party, and he was like a smaller dude, and he wore the ring girl wig and gown thing, and he set up a giant. He went to a thrift store, got an old TV. And then when you walk in, he would crawl out of it to like introduce you to the party.
Hell yeah.
What a commitment.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Sometimes I don't even answer the door when my friends come over.
He's crawling out of TVs.
I'll just be like, it's unlocked. And he's like doing like a whole meet and greet.
Yeah.
I always had this idea for like a Halloween party, and it's like into my house will be like a line like HHN. And then when you get to like the front and you're coming in through the front door, I stop you and let the express pass in first.
Yes, the A-listers.
Yeah. Is there, hold on.
fast
How
pass.
many? 2? Okay, hold on there.
Sorry. Do you guys have
Wait a minute.
wristbands? Okay, you can come in.
Kerr Smith is the guy with the dark hair in the movie. I forget his character name, but he wanted like after the train scene thing where he like he's like locks himself in the car and he's like I'm not getting out, and then he tries to get out and he can't.
Yeah.
And then Sean William Scott gets like half his head cut off. Right.
Spoiler.
He originally they were gonna have him pee his pants in the thing, and then they were like, we don't want to play this comedic Like we want it to be like shocking and scary, so we're gonna get rid of that. And he was like mad about it. He was like, I want to fucking pee my pants.
Yeah.
Can we just do one where I piss myself?
Can we just do one?
Can we just do one?
Just for safety.
Just
I've
see
been
if you want
holding it
it.
in for days.
Just see if you want it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They're like, we're gonna give you fake pee, dude.
Yeah.
Why are you?
It's fine. I'm already ready. I'm like about to pee myself right now. That's so funny.
I just love.
All right. Well, if we're not gonna do it, could I just use the bathroom real quick?
He's like, please.
He comes back and he pissed himself. He's like, look, I didn't want to do it anyways, but like it kind of happened.
But I have to.
One of the dogs during that storm scene, one of the stunt dogs. That's or actor dogs. I guess they had 2 different dogs they were using for that. I think those were like German shepherds or something. Those were like big dogs.
Fancy dogs.
I think they thought it was playtime, but when they play, like they bite sometimes, and they just kept biting the girl. Like the dog just kept biting her, and they were like, "All right, we gotta fucking."
Sorry.
They're like, we gotta swap out dogs, so they brought the other one in, and it was fine.
Oh, when she's like getting elaborately electrocuted at the end of the movie.
I think it's before that when he's trying to get there and the dog's barking and she's trying to like get him off the leash and everything.
And like they're like electrocuting the pool and like the store.
Yeah.
That was so elaborate for no reason.
Crazy, yeah.
Wasn't that the last scene before they like decided that it was over? I mean, it wasn't over, but they just thought it was over.
Yeah, basically.
I think so. Yeah. And our very last little fun fact: when they're in Paris, which ballsy, by the way, to go to Paris after all your friends died on a Paris flight.
Rude.
Like, we're going to conquer this. Fuck.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
Go to Colorado.
Go somewhere else. Honestly, New York is fine.
Actually, don't go
I wouldn't
anywhere
even
ever.
get on a fucking plane
Ever
after
again.
that. That would be the last time I ever did that.
Just go somewhere like in the middle of America.
Yeah.
Go to Salt Lake City or something. I don't know.
Go to Iowa.
Yeah.
Have some corn.
St. Missouri is fine.
So when that sign comes swinging down,
Yeah. The
such
last
a
shot.
Yeah.
it's actually there's a bunch of these in the movie, but this one's the most prominent at the end. When the sign goes upside down, it makes a 180 on the end of the sign.
Flight
Like,
180.
Yeah.
Whoa. Go.
That's great.
Nobody would have caught that. There are some like little like things that are just too small to catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well, did you notice the reflection in the glass? And you're like, no, I didn't. Like, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Highly recommend rewatches on this film.
I
Yeah.
have to rewatch it now. I just watched it last night. I gotta rewatch it
I gotta
again.
rewatch this fucking
Oh, I
thing
guess
again.
I'll watch it sober. You know.
I gotta watch it without taking notes.
Fuck.
Well, anyway,
I might watch it today, but if I do mushrooms, I don't know if I want to watch it on mushrooms.
Well, that's our coverage of
Might be weird.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
Do not recommend to watch on mushrooms.
Watch it on mushrooms. Don't
might
be a
watch it on
bitch.
mushrooms.
Don't be a fucking bitch.
Bitch.
You'll just be thinking about life and death, and then you'll start crying and be like, "My life is amazing.
Yeah, do
Everybody's
it.
so good."
Do it. You'll feel so good after.
Yeah.
Thank you again to all our Patreon members for being here with us. Our top tier members, Nicole and Kelly.
Nicole and Kelly.
And of course, Jackie, Aaron, and Dank
Sinatra.
Thanks, Sinatra, dog.
Well, we're trying to get you guys more friends. We're
Please.
working on it.
Yeah.
But, in the meantime, you're holding it down, and we appreciate you more than you know.
Hell yeah.
So before we dip out, we're going to end the way we always do. Budget, box office, and Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this part.
Yeah.
Does it feel like we haven't done this in a while?
We did take a week off, right?
Did we? Oh yeah, we did. That's
Yeah.
why it feels like that.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. We had Ben on last time, so I don't know. I guess whoever wants to go first.
I 15 million on budget
Oh, okay.
and box office 80 million.
Fuck, that's what I was gonna say.
That feels like an 80 million.
Take him over, under. Take him.
All right, I'm gonna take
Sweep the
him.
leg.
I'm gonna take him under on budget. I'll
Okay.
say 13,
Okay.
and then I'll say over on box office 83. Just because that was exactly what I was gonna guess.
80?
I was gonna guess 18.
It had to do
I was gonna
well.
guess 1580. Yeah.
Okay.
How dare you?
Well, kids, the budget for this movie was $23 million.
Really?
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Yeah, for the 90s, too.
Yeah.
$23 million
Yeah,
to kill a
'cause-
couple of teenagers? I could do that for way
How
cheaper.
fucking expensive how expensive was that dog?
Yeah, fuck me,
$23 million.
dude.
You guys are using dead people's plane footage.
Yeah, I could have killed these kids for half the price.
Could have killed them for real.
Yeah. Yeah. The fuck? 23 million.
23 million. So
Okay.
his guess was
Crazy.
correct for movies that were getting budgets in the 90s. 15 million was the average. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But, buddy, the box office for this film has grossed $112 million fucking dollars.
You're lying.
Damn, dude.
112? Wow.
112.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
I honestly, I wouldn't have guessed that much. I mean, that's a lot of money.
That is a
for
lot of
film.
money.
lot.
It's such a fucking. They walked away to $100 million on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
And the Rotten Tomatoes, let's see, you guys tied, so we'll just move right into Ray's guess.
I'm gonna say it got an 89 critics.
Okay.
And then 90 audience.
Okay.
I think audience liked this movie.
I'm going to say 75 critics, 80s audience.
Okay. All right.
I went pretty high now that I think of it.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
like,
You
why
went
did
pretty
that
high.
go
Yeah,
so
you went really
high?
high. I was like, oh, I'm just going to go under on this one.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really tired. I'm winding down right now.
Yeah. I've had to pee.
I haven't felt good all day.
Yeah. But you know what? We're doing it here for
We're
you.
doing it. We're doing it.
Because we
We're
love
doing
you.
it.
And also, we really like it a lot.
Yeah, we do like it. We love what we do.
So, the critic score
Okay.
was 41%.
Jesus
What
Christ!
the
Fuck them!
fuck?
Fuck them!
Rude. Watch it again.
Fuck them, dude!
Rude.
So, something to take into account for this is the tail end of the 90s rebirth of the slashers started to tip the scales for critics. So, if when this movie actually came out, when the critics reviewed it, those critics all kind of were like, all right, we get it. You guys are killing teenagers, instead of looking at it objectively as like
It's
this kind of
true.
unique, cool idea, you know?
It's
It is a
true.
cool idea.
There are so many other
41.
movies to like compare this up against. That's true.
But 41, I mean, eat shit.
41
Fuck
is
you.
fucking
That's so
disrespectful.
mean.
Fucking assholes.
Disrespectful.
Rude.
Disrespectful.
Everyone go back on there and give it a good review.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's fucking tip these scales, dude.
yeah. Well, I think this might be a first. The audience score was 68%, which means that Amanda
Wins for
has.
once.
Yep.
Wow.
3-1.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little. I guessed it right. Suck my fucking dick every now and again. You're gonna get it right.
I don't know if this will be out before we do our next episode. We will be recording that Thursday. So, yeah, this should be out before then.
Yeah.
So, we'll be doing Rocky Horror with our friend Effie.
Yay!
Yeah.
We're so stoked.
I think we're going to dress up.
I think we're gonna dress up.
Should we dress up?
I think we have to dress up. It's Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, well, we made it.
We did it.
Thank
We
you
did
guys
it.
again.
Yay.
We love you guys. You want a little celebration toss?
Yeah, do it. Do it. Do
There
it.
you go. Give it a shot.
Suck a fucking
Hook
dick.
it. Hook it. Hey.
Hey.
Tripod counts.
Yeah, I think that shook it too.
Oh,
shit. Okay, let's not do this anymore.
Sorry.
It's such an expensive camera. Woo.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Man getting bit by an alligator scream.